Welcome to Create with Sade, where we bring to you DIY craft tutorials. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And welcome back if you've already subscribed to our channel. Hey guys, so this is part 2. We're going to learn how to assemble the kids learning table. You're going to need a TV tray and then some spray paint colors of your choice that your customer wants on their table. So what I'm going to do is I've laid out my tarp. I'm going to go ahead and start with my bottom color. So I'm going to go ahead and spray paint that halfway on the table. And so you can sand your table before you spray paint when you're using a lighter color because it will take more paint to cover it. And you're going to see later in just a moment with my darker color, you won't need as many layers at all. Here you're just going to see me filling in those holes that the wood has with the spray paint. I'm going to go ahead and spray the sides of the table. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put my top color on. So I like to start with a line in the middle to separate the two colors and then start filling it in from there. And this is the darker color I was telling you about, where you see it took me a few sprays and I was done. So I'm going to hit the bottom legs up with both colors. You can do this however you would like to do this part. There's no right or wrong way. So now we're going to let these dry outside. Here's my second table. And so next we're going to move into Design Space. So here's my layout. I'm going to leave the link below where you can see how I designed this layout here. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to printer. And I like to choose the best quality. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with printable vinyl. And I'll leave the link as well where you can find the paper that I'm using. And so I've uploaded my vinyl paper onto my mat and it cut. So this is what it looks like. And now it's time to cut my adhesive vinyl. So what I'm just going to do is move all of my words on one mat. So that way I can just cut everything together. All right, so I'm going to set my material to vinyl and cut. And so now it's time to place the vinyl and the images on my table. So I have everything laid out. And so I like to start with my numbers first. That makes the layout a lot easier. So here you're just going to see me laying these out. I made a few mistakes, so I'm just going to go in and lightly peel these up and replace them. Next, it's time to go ahead and put the characters and the name on. I have my transfer tape on top of my vinyl, and I'm just placing that down, taking it off. And I like to have my computer set up so that I can follow the layout that I made on Cricut. So now it's just all about placing everything on the table exactly where you put it when you sent your layout to your customer. It's time to place the words on top of the learning material. So again, I'm just taking that transfer tape off and placing it down. Now it's time to resin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some painter's tape to put at the bottom. That is going to stop the resin from sticking to the bottom of the table. And so I have my Envirotex light resin that I use, and you have a part A and a part B that I have back there in my bottles. So I got those from Amazon. They are great for storage. And I'll also leave the link below for those if anyone is interested. And so I have 2 plastic cups that I got from Dollar Tree. I have a craft stick, and then I have a larger cup also from Dollar Tree, and then some gloves from Amazon. And so I'm going to measure out equal parts in A and B. With these cups, I fill it up to that middle line. And so next, what I'm going to do is mix each one separately for about 15 seconds. So I'm going to mix the other part. And then I'm going to pour both of these into my green cup, which is larger. It makes it a lot more easier when I'm stirring it around. And then I'm going to give that a stir for about 30 seconds just to make sure it's mixed in all together. So we're going to mix for about 30 seconds. And then you want to go ahead and pour this onto your table. There is no right or wrong way to pour the resin. As long as it's evenly spread, once you're done on the top and on the sides, you're good to go. Next, you're going to see me go in with my blow dryer to pop those bubbles. You can also use a heat gun, or you can also use alcohol to do so. And so now it's time to cure. I let my table sit out for 24 to 48 hours. Here is the finished products. You are able to write on these with dry erase markers. And I like to tell my customers to wipe them off with a baby wipe or something that's wet. It makes it come off a lot easier than using a dry towel. Thank you guys for tuning in to part 2. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them below in the comment section and I'll get back with you. Until next time when we bring our next DIY craft tutorial to you.